Iowa, New Hampshire, Nevada, and South Carolina are the first 4 voting states. We already won 2 of those. We're gonna win the next. We're gonna win the one after that. When we actually go out and we talk to people that we know, that we have history with, that we have social relationships with, and when we dig down and say, look, I'm not gonna debate you. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna just push you further into the ideals and the camp that you're already in and push myself further into mine. But I'm going to try to do the hard work, the very hard work of finding common ground. Because it does exist. We've had 1 million people sign up to volunteer with us. Individuals, 1 million individuals making up this movement, making up a massive army of door knockers, phone bankers, texters, gotta love the texters. That is more money than any campaign has raised in the history of this country at this time. Who here knows the average donation to our campaign? $18, exactly right. And the people who give the most? Amazon employees, Starbucks employees, teachers, Walmart. We've got a name for that. It's the working class. The working class of this country, the multiracial working class coalition of people working in this country with a common ground and a common goal. That is our movement. That is what we were built on.
I felt depressed, sad, hopeless. And then this guy named Bernie Sanders ran for office. And he started talking about systemic issues and how we have to build people power to take over the system, put working people in positions of power, put those who are marginalized in positions of power. And that is the only way for real change to happen. So we're not going out here to talk to people about politics. We're going out to talk to people and share ourselves, to be vulnerable with them. Because when we are open and we're vulnerable, that allows other people to open up to us. And there were so many times knocking on doors in Iowa that I asked people what they cared about, what they wanted to see change, what issue was affecting their family they wanted to see someone take a stand on. And for the first time, people told me heartbreaking stories about their life.
So whatever it is that made you wake up this morning and come here, I want you to reflect hard on it and take it with you today. Take it to the doors, talk to people, and bring them home. People want to be loved. Like, we have the same needs. We need the same things in order to be happy, healthy, and whole, right? So make sure that you go to the doors and you share that story with people and bring them home to fight with us, because this needs to happen. We don't have any other choice. We need to elect Bernie, okay?
I started getting inspired because of a young guy from Vermont, young Mr. Bernard. And that led to me being inspired enough to drive to Iowa back then, come back here and organize a fundraiser called Burnfest, start organizing with the People's Lobby, along with other groups, become a Democratic Socialist, run for office, take on a $1.5 million campaign, and beat a 36-year incumbent to become one of 6 Democratic Socialists in Chicago City Council. We've lived our lives feeling uncomfortable, inadequate, like we weren't enough, like we weren't part of the cool club, and have had to beat ourselves up about it. And sometimes we don't know how to handle that in our society, and we lash out against others, and we don't think about what us really means. And that's what I wanted to sit in, because it's very easy when we're all being oppressed and pushed down, and you feel like you're completely alone in the world, that no one's got your back. If you've ever felt that way, put a hand up. All right, now I want you to keep the hand up. Keep them up. I want you to look around. Yeah, none of you guys are alone in that moment. Every single one of us goes through it, because we live in a society where we are all oppressed. And what we have to begin to understand is that what we have is a shared struggle. And if we have a shared struggle, then we have a shared oppressor, and we have a shared prosperity. And a lot of times if we don't identify that, it's very easy to be divided and be told, that's why that person over there is taking your stuff, or that person has a better life than you do, rather than identifying what actually keeps us from building community, from building power, and from ultimately changing the way our society works. So your story matters. And when you do that, you establish connections that create heart-to-heart relationships. Because I may not know you, but I know if we talk in 5 minutes, I will feel your struggle because I've struggled as well. I know what it's like not to feel like everything's going well. I know what it's like for me to have a family that I've got to make sure I support, or that I've got to pay bills, or that my interest rates are going up, or that I'm losing my mind trying to survive out here. It is about us. It is about the fact that right now in this room with you all, I feel like family. I feel like there are people that I don't even know that have the same passion, the same pain, and the same hope for what this world will become, and that's why we're here doing it. And as long as we've got that going on, we're going to win more city council seats, we're going to win more state seats, we're going to get more judges that actually feel the same way, that are absolutely fair. That's the kind of world we live in. We're going to get not just one president in office, multiple presidents in office. Also, one quick thing. I'm a democratic socialist. I'm a Democrat. Don't get it twisted. It's not about what club I'm in. It is about the values of why we're doing this thing. I am for the people, of the people, by the people. It don't get more democratic than that. Yeah.